Before we begin, all the ad revenue from this video will be going towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. If you'd like to donate at any point during this video, please consider using the Tiltify link in the description. Thank you so much. Hey everybody! Welcome to the stream. I am very sick. Well, I'm not too sick to shoot the shit, you know. I just have a really disgusting cough. Man, I'm about to hawk up a bunch of yellow mucus for you. Hi Nyanners, long time lurker here and big fan of your stuff. I was confused when you left VShojo, but boy, doesn't make sense now. I'm glad you're indie now. Thank you. Please send lots of support to everybody else who left. Also, thank you Sampiz for the bits. I forgot to put a disclaimer that I actually turned TTS off for the stream. Here, let me put one on real quick. Okay, that is not what I wanted to put in the disclaimer. That's from a while ago. Let me retype that real quick. Wait, hold on. Let me correct this. Don't donate to me. Sorry. Thank you. Hey Nyanners, thank you for being mega based all the time. Well, that's an overstatement, but thank you for understanding me and supporting me. I really appreciate like so many of you guys who stuck around and were so supportive during like everything a couple years ago. It's been nice recently. Like I've been having so much more fun streaming this year, and like it just felt so nice to finally get over the burnout that was just like looming over me and making me feel so anxious about doing anything, and just like weighing on my mind. So like in recent months, getting back into streaming and shit, I felt so much better, like way better. I really appreciate everybody who's just like chill, hangs out in my chat and cracks some funny jokes and listens to me laugh at my own jokes and cough all over myself and spit up mucus all over myself. And I feel very lucky. I know I've said it a million times, but I feel so lucky being in the position that I'm in. And there's just been a lot that like I haven't been able to talk about, and a lot that's weighed on my mind for many years, and just in general too. Like I'm always gonna be the type of person that doesn't say like streaming isn't an inherently hard job. I think like you go live, you play video games, you make fart jokes. It's awesome. Like I'm very lucky to have this kind of opportunity, and I'm very lucky to have like the fact that there's like people who give a shit about anything that I do. That's wild to me. Like that's actually like, I can't believe people actually care about anything that I say or anything that I do. There's just things like involved with streaming and like being part of companies. I'm sure you all know, especially now, that can make things very stressful behind the scenes, especially when you're not able to talk about it. I don't know, it adds up. The stress of it adds up. Fuck NDAs. I'll be real. I don't even know how much those NDAs, like if they hold any water as of now. I'm not gonna lie. Like going live right now, like during all this, I feel anxious. There's just so much that I want to talk about. I'll be real. There's so much that I've kept to myself for literally years. And I've seen like a lot of people coming forward, and I'm really, I don't want to say proud. I don't want to say like that word because that kind of makes it feel condescending in a way. I don't mean it like that at all. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by them. They're very brave. I'm a scared little bitch. I wish them all the best. I am so unbelievably angry about just everything. Like the entire everything, man. Like what the fuck? I'm not good at talking even during the best of times. You guys all know that. I'll do my best. I really don't want anything I say to be misconstrued in any way. Whenever I have to talk about anything remotely serious like this on stream, my butthole puckers up, you know, like when you almost fall off of a high place and you get that like whoa. Did you see what Kson did with the Japanese manager? Yes, I actually saw that happen live because I woke up at 5 a.m. right on the dot when she went live with that, and that was actually unreal. I
quit VShojo today.
Hi.
I quit. This is very wrong.
She has the biggest balls of all time. That was incredible. She is a legend. I've always like greatly respected her. It pains me that after everything else she went through before the VShojo stuff even, she had to go through even more shit again. After like putting her trust in these people, they fucked her over like that. Like, that is insane to me. And she's so nice. All these people that have been fucked over, they're so nice. It just sucks. Like, they put their trust in these people. We all did. Like, you feel like you're part of a family, so to speak. And you just want everybody to do well. You want the family to succeed. And just to have that trust broken in such a, like, the worst way possible, it's heartbreaking. God, everything involved in this, it has been mind-numbing. Not even mentioning the recent thing that came out, you know, involving them stealing money from a charity and fucking over Iron Mouse. Like, even before all that shit, like, there was, like, so many things that were very angering and just very disappointing. Who the fuck steals from charity? Like, my expectations for them were very low when I left. Like, even back then, I was like, I had some glimmer of hope that maybe they'd realize, like, oh man, we really fucked up. We really mismanaged things. We gotta turn things around and actually look out for the talent. We promised we'd take care of them. They promised us that they would look out for us and take care of us. But no, like, again and again, like, at every turn, I'm disappointed and, like, they just betrayed everybody. I can't even believe it. I can't even fucking fathom it. It's cartoonish. It's cartoonishly evil. Like, I hope that this just shows people the talent is what matters. It's the corporations would be nothing without the talent. Care more about the talent and if they're, like, being taken care of than, like, the interests of any company or corporation. At the end of the day, like, corporations, they're like an entity. They're a corporate entity. Sometimes they'll stoop so fucking low to do whatever they can to make more money off of people and take advantage of people. Yeah, the talent is the company. The talent is the heart and soul and backbone of the company. I just hope in light of all of this, like, all of this coming to light, more people will understand this, like, in general, and, like, be less likely to fall victim to some of these shady ass tactics. And I'm not saying that in a way where it's like it's anybody's fault that they fell victim to it. I don't blame them at all. I did too. Like, they can be convincing as fuck. Like, the tactics that they use, now that all this is out in the open, maybe they'll be less likely to be able to pull the wool over people's eyes and trick them into shit and take advantage of them. Seeing them jack themselves off as a beacon of treating talent fairly when they have actually been screwing over their talent the whole time, while you can't say anything, must have been aggravating. To put it very lightly, yes. And I will say that during all that, like, I wanted the people that were in there to get out if they could. Like, I didn't want them to be fucked over. Like, absolutely not. I wanted the best for them. And some of the staff too, like Panini. Like, she was my manager for a good while during my time at VShojo. She was a really, really nice lady and she helped with so much. Yeah, I'm sure, like, a lot of the staff that weren't, like, higher up people had no idea about any of this. Like, I wouldn't blame them for not knowing, because, like, a lot of the way that they operate is they would purposely, like, spread misinformation and, like, not tell people shit to keep them in the dark. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know if my heart is beating fast because of what I'm talking about that I never thought I'd ever be able to talk about for the rest of my life, or because I'm coughing like a sick motherfucking puppy. Again, I'm sorry, and anything I say sounds really fucking stupid, or if it's disjointed, or if I phrase anything in a dumb way. I'm kind of rough around the edges right now, and it's difficult to talk about. I feel like I gotta talk about it. After all this time, I gotta say something. And the fact that, like, so many other people did, I just felt like it's good. It's good to get that kind of thing off your chest, but also I feel like it's important for other people to know, especially if they're another VTuber or another, like, streamer, just so they can see the warning signs and stuff like this. Use it as a cautionary tale. Like, if our stories can help companies in general, like, shape the fuck up, then I think it's for the best. Like, despite all the stress and the suffering and everything that people went through, at least it'll make for some kind of meaningful change in the space. Hopefully, we can only hope. Like, no, yeah, at least no more stealing from a fucking charity and thinking you can get away with it. What the fuck? That's actually crazy. I genuinely still can't believe it. I really don't like to delve into shit like this on stream, because I know everybody just wants to chill. and I do too. But this is like a lot of this stuff, like the stuff that I can talk about at least, has been weighing on me for years. I just want people to have context and like understand where me, well, not just me, but like a lot of people like Vay and Silver, and also like before all this went down too, even like Matara and Zen and Giga when they left. Like I just want people to understand like the situation as best as they can, have transparency for a lot of things, and also just like spread awareness of a lot of the stuff that can go down and a lot of the ways that people can be taken advantage of. Mataro is fired, not left. Yeah, that's insane to me too. It's not my place to talk about her story. Her situation is infuriating to me too. Like, I was able to speak with her at that party that I went to a few weeks ago, and she was very, very nice. I really appreciated her like coming up to me and talking to me. She reached out to me in a way that just really, it meant a lot to me, especially coming from someone that I don't even know her really, like, and I know that she got obscenely fucked over by the company too, and it's just unfair. What everybody went through is completely unfair. Yeah, it was a very genuinely nice gesture on her part, and I appreciate it a lot. Even though I was literally meeting her for the first time, she was like checking up on me, asking like how I'm doing and stuff, and it just it meant a lot. And I'll take back everything I said about cockroaches. I guess to like start with, I had the feeling of wanting to leave VShojo months and months before I even left. Like, there was just like a lot of problems, even during like the first few years of the company, and I don't know if I can get into many of them. I had my reasons even well before like things came to a head with the contract dispute stuff. It was frustrating at the time not being able to be more open about the reasons why I left. Like, there was just like a lot of cracks forming. There came a time when we had to renew our contract, and the contract, as y'all know, like Vay mentioned this, Vay was the very first one to leave, like officially. And I think like a lot of us were all kind of like huddled together in the darkness, like, dude, what the fuck is going on with this company? And I was very unsure. Like, part of me was like, there was alarm bells going off, and I was very like weirded out by some of the stuff that was happening. I actually, like, way back when, I was like, man, like something about things that are going on in this company is not sitting right with me, but I'm gonna stick it out because I believe in the company's mission. And then the contract renewal happened. Yeah, they put Vay under an NDA that made her unable to talk to any of the girls about it. Yes, that part was so fucked up. They did so much to prevent us from talking to each other, and to purposely like pit us against each other even. And like, they did not want us to talk to each other. They did not want us to like get together and be like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on? Isn't this kind of weird? They like isolated us and like threatened us with legal action. I can't, bro, it's insane. And she was the one initially that was like, hey, this contract does not seem that great, for lack of a better word. Like, we need to look into this. We need to like get a lawyer and check this shit out, because like that's like what you should be doing even to begin with. If you're dealing with any kind of contract, any kind of like legally binding contract, when you're part of a company, you should have a lawyer look over it. And it is crazy to me how many people don't know that they should do that, and a lot of that like isn't even their fault, because a lot of the time, like in the case of VShojo, they will purposely try to discourage you from seeking out lawyer, like legal counsel about it. They'll use like peer pressure tactics to make it seem like it's bad to get a lawyer. Thank God they actually had like contacts to this really nice agency, like lawyer agency. I got in touch with them. They helped me so fucking much. I'll never forget, like, I was on a call with this lawyer who was a really, really nice lady, by the way. I could just hear her audibly being horrified at this contract, and it made me so scared. It was terrifying. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what was I about to sign? They helped me so much. And I hate that during the fallout of all this, she got so much flack, and then by extension say that I only left because she left, which like it makes both of us look like a bunch of dumb doo-doo heads. Like, oh, look at these dumb bitches, like she left because of this and she left only because the other two left, so she must be fucking stupid, right? There's probably not anything wrong with this company, I guess. It's probably just them leaving because they're fucking stupid, I guess. It was so fucking frustrating to see all that shit go down and not be able to say anything to defend ourselves. The narrative VShojo sheep went with was our boyfriends made us and we were greedy. They didn't know we didn't get paid for sponsors between 2021 and 2023. Yeah! Holy fuck! I don't know how much I can go into in regards to the narrative pushing shit. The boyfriend shit was... that is just insane. I had to watch Aethel take so much shit, even though, like, privately, he wasn't telling me to leave or to stay. He was helping me in every way possible as, like, a supportive partner can and should. Like, he was fucking amazing and so supportive and helped me through so much of the stress. But when I was deciding to leave, he never told me. Like, he was just saying, like, whatever you choose to do, I will support you. He never tried to push me in any direction. He was unbiased and just like told me straight up like the pros and the cons and everything, and just was genuinely like the best support system I could have had. And to see him get shit on after I left, people accusing him of like telling me to leave, like he's in my ear, like, oh, the evil boyfriend made her leave, when that couldn't have been further from the fucking truth. And he did not deserve any of that. And the fact that I couldn't defend him from that and he couldn't defend himself, because like all this shit was being spread about him and me and about everybody else who left. I'm so glad that there were chill people that even though we couldn't say anything, they still supported us and believed in us and understood where we were coming from, even though like we couldn't tell the whole story at the time. Like, it's frustrating to see your friends get dragged in the mud like that. It's even more frustrating to see like someone you love that much be just like dragged through the mud like that. It's infuriating. It was so fucking stressful. And not to mention all the shit that got flung at Vay and Silver. It never stopped. It was like, you'd think that people would shut the fuck up after like literal years, but no, like it was still being pushed about them, and people are still treating them like they're stupid and stuff like that. And it hurts to see that shit about your friends, about people you care about. Why would people care? I think like part of it is people being loyal to corporations for whatever reason to a fault. And part of it, I'll just say like some corporations, they want these kind of narratives to be pushed because it protects the company's image. Like they will encourage this kind of narrative or like go and push the kind of narrative themselves. We're a family here at Corporation. Yeah, that's the real insidious thing about like these types of companies, is they push that narrative not just to the public to get them invested in the company as an entity, but also they push that to the talent and staff as well to get like a kind of hold over them, you know, and guilt trip them and stuff like that. VShojo pushed that even harder than other companies, I feel. Yeah, a lot of their marketing was built around the promise of like talent freedom, talent first, and just the fact that they're like this safe haven away from all the other evil, bad corporations. Like, we're not like them, we're a big family and we treat our talent well. Seeing all like the greater VTubing community come together in a time like this, it's very heartening, and it makes me feel like, you know, we're all gonna get through this together. That's the thing that we should all focus our love and support on, is like each other and like the talent, and not corporations and companies. Like, together we are strong. Companies need us. We don't need them. Like, VShojo is nothing without its talent. The reason why they were put on the map was because of all the personalities and all the talent and all the amazing people that came together under their banner to promote them. They stole from the geese laying the golden eggs. The fact that they fucked over like Zen and Mouse, that's mind-blowing to me. Like, how did they think they were gonna get away with that kind of shit? I don't want this kind of thing to happen to anyone ever again. I really hope their held accountable. I hope that, like, I don't know. I don't really have hope that they even like think that they did anything wrong. I'll be real, but I hope that they don't go into the line of work involving like running any sort of company like this ever again. Like, they had their chance and they fucking blew it. I hope justice is served too. I hope all the people that have outstanding payments that have not been given to them, like, bro, like, Kson hasn't been paid since September of 2024. I hate that there's so many stories like this. Like, where the fuck is the money, bro? I knew things were bad, but I cannot believe the extent to which they took advantage of everybody. Stealing $500,000 from a charity and from Iron Mouse of all people it goes beyond cartoonishly evil. It's just sickening. She's the one that put VShojo on the map, and she was instrumental in so much of its success, and her story has inspired countless people. So for them to fuck her of all people over like that is like, what the fuck were they thinking? Did they think they'd be able to get away with it? I mean, I guess like they didn't pay a lot of other talent and we weren't able to speak out about it because of, like, you know, legal reasons, I guess. So maybe they did, but it's genuinely insulting. Did they ever actually pay anything? Yes, they did, but I don't know. I can't really speak for everyone, but at the time I left, they had owed me pretty much close to the amount of like a Mercedes-Benz S-Class car. I don't even really need to say this to defend myself, because at the end of the day, like, people need to be paid what they're owed for, like, the work that they've done, the sponsors they've done, the merch that they've sold. Like, that's part of the contract. That's just how it is. Like, you're not greedy for like expecting a payment that was promised to you like that. But also, it wasn't just about like the fact that they hadn't paid me. It was the principle of the thing and like all the other things that were adding up, just like all the red flags in the mismanagement. Like, I saw this going on and saw like the payments that were missing, and I was like, this isn't right. Like, we gotta do something about this. Like, I gotta get out of here. Like, and I even like warned people too. Like, I tried to tell them to get a lawyer, just as like Vay had told me, like, yeah, you should have a lawyer look over this contract. But apparently, like, there were things that were said to where like people were discouraged from doing that. Like, you know, like what Vay said with how, like, she was told to not tell anybody that she was leaving, or she would be, I don't know, threatened with, like, legal action over her NDA and stuff like that. If they were willing to stoop this low, certain things like this, like some of the stuff that I can't even talk about, like, what else could they do? I just wanted to be done with it, and I was scared to leave, I'll be honest, and part of the only reason why I, like, had, like, the courage to leave is because I was able to kind of leave around the same time as Vay and Silver. It wasn't like a secret cabal of like evil bitchy ladies being like, yeah, leave with us, you should leave with us and we can be mean girls and whatever the fuck that people tried to push. It was like, obviously I would want to leave with other people so it wasn't like a giant like arrow pointing at my head like, hey, look at this person who just left, and like I'd have a bunch of blowback. I know, like, I can't speak to like Matara, Zen, and Giga's stories, it's not my place, but I know they must have felt like much the same way, like being able to leave around the same time. Like, it's not that they all like encouraged each other to leave for some kind of like evil reason. It's like, bro, I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills here. Like, the past 2 years, just like the fact that people were suspicious over the fact that we left together, like, why would that even be a bad thing? Like, it genuinely made me feel crazy as fuck. They wanted people to think we were leaving as friends. Yeah, that's part of it, isn't it? Like, they wanted to push that kind of narrative, like the only reason they left is because the other one talk them into it, even though our decision was individual and we hadn't spoken about it. Yes, exactly. Like, we all came to this conclusion independently of each other. Like, we're friends, like, don't get me wrong, but we all, like, obviously have agency. We all have our own, like, thoughts and feelings, and like, fucking drove me insane. Having my intelligence questioned. Like, people like saying all this shit, like coming up with all kinds of like harebrained reasons why I left, or acting like I'm a fucking idiot for leaving. I'm sorry to sound like I'm like having a fucking gamer rage moment, but oh boy, not being able to defend myself from that kind of shit over 2 years, like that actually, it There's a part of my brain that's probably gonna be broken for a bit. Your chat window is out of sync. Oh yeah, it's kind of like lagging really bad, isn't it? Oh shit, sorry guys. Here, I'll refresh it. Oh no, I deleted everybody. I deleted chat. I'm sorry. Maybe you'll come back. Here, I'll put like a placeholder. Here's a picture of my dog. This is the sleeping Salami Michael of peace. Wish her a nice rest and many blessings will come to you. Like, even though I knew there were so many problems and I wanted everyone to get out of there, or at least like for them to shape up and actually treat people the way they promised to treat people, I actually had like a glimmer of hope like a while after I left when they announced that new wave with like Kenya and stuff. I thought like maybe they learned from their mistake with how they were treating people. And after we left, they're like, all right, let's actually shape up and like do things right this time, you know? And I felt like a bit of relief from that, I guess. I assume they rewrote the contracts too. And that they were actually paying people this time. Like maybe they had like an oh shit moment after we all left. Like, oh shit, we actually gotta like get our act together and actually like treat people well. But no, they doubled down. They tripled down. When I was at VShojo, I believed in VShojo. Like in the beginning especially, I felt at home there. Like I was approached to join VShojo during a very difficult time in my life. And I was unsure if being part of a big company like that would even be suitable for someone like me. But they made so many promises and like helped with a lot. They actually did like help me with a lot of stuff. They helped a lot of dreams come true, not just for me but for a lot of people. I genuinely trusted in them. I consider some of the staff like family almost, and like I felt like their mission of talent freedom was just so great, and that they could help so many people with that and do things right, as opposed to so many companies that would mistreat their talent. Even like shortly after VShojo was announced, there's this article that was published about it. Like, here's this new VTuber company. It's an English VTuber company. I remember being so excited, but also like so terrified. Like, oh my god, like this is actually happening. Like I'm actually in this. Like I hope I don't fuck it up. And I read the comments on it, which you should never do. And it was just people saying like, oh, VShojo is gonna be dead on arrival because they got Nyanners in it. And I felt so shitty from that. That was like a kind of thing that I had in the back of my mind, being part of that company. Like man, like I really did not want to cause trouble for anyone. I didn't want to create problems for anybody, like the talent and the staff alike. Yeah, like I met a lot of amazing people through my time at VShojo. A lot of like amazing, inspiring people. And it hurt to make the decision to leave, even if like it was logically like the smart thing to do. I was so fucking happy when Vei joined, and I got to know her a lot better through her being in VShojo. A friendship that I'm always gonna treasure. Oh hey Yuzu, what's up? Yuzu, if you've ever had to deal with anything remotely similar to any of this shit, I am so fucking sorry. Yuzu is also a huge sweetheart. Girl, no comment? Oh god. Ugh. I don't understand how so many of these companies get it wrong. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? How do they fumble the bag this hard? All you have to do is just be honest and treat your talent well, and you make a shit ton of money. I guess, yeah, sometimes allegedly, when it comes to corporations like VShojo, I think they get in over their head and don't realize it, and a lot of the people that work there probably should not have been in charge of the things that they were in charge of. Like, there's a lot mishandled, a lot of people in positions of power that really should not have been in that position. But that is an understatement, I guess. Y'all should have said something. We couldn't, is the thing. Like, we were under threat of legal action. Now that it's all kind of coming to light and everything is kind of exploding, honestly, I don't know if stuff like that is even like a thing anymore. Like, I feel like Kson went on stream and like talked about how she hasn't been paid, and a lot of people have been airing out like the mistreatment. So I think at this point it's okay to talk about a lot of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I wish in like all of my heart that I could have been able to say something. I desperately wanted to tell people. It's just like it generally makes you go crazy, just seeing so many people glaze them, for lack of a better word, while you're just like sitting there like, oh my god, if only you knew. If only you knew, like the kinds of things that they've been doing to people, and they're getting away with it. For so long, I didn't know if I would ever be able to say anything. I had resigned myself to the fact that I would never be able to say anything, and I had made peace with that for the most part, actually. Like, it's been 2 years, and I left as respectfully and just like amicably as I could. I tried my best to be as professional as I could. I just wanted to be done with it, you know? I wanted to wash my hands with it and move forward into like a new chapter in my life. But unfortunately, it was even still stressful. Despite the fact that I left, even, like, it was just like aftershocks of stress from like all the shit that people were saying, and like just the repercussions of the fact that I left. It sucks because we were all told we couldn't rock the boat or we'd be left all alone. Yes, like they actually like guilt trip people like that. It's insane. Companies will outright tell talent like, you need the company, and if you leave, you're gonna fuck over people, you're gonna fuck over staff, you're gonna fuck over your friends, stuff like that. And of course they don't use like the F word, but it's scary, it's manipulative, it's fucked up. When I left 2 years ago, the entire process of leaving, the resulting fallout of it was extremely stressful, and I know it sounds dramatic, but it legitimately broke me mentally. Like, I was so burnt out. I was like losing my passion for all the shit that I do, and it sounds like silly because like all I do is play video game and fart online and stuff like that. But like I felt so isolated and scared. Like, it was so frustrating not being able to say anything publicly, because like I was under threat of legal action if I were to break the NDA, and I also just didn't want to cause trouble for everybody, like I said. When me and Vate and Silver left, like, we were outright, to the other talent even, discredited, like, from staff. They were, like, the remaining talent were told that we were just troublemakers, and like all the reasons for why we left were generally like downplayed and outright lied about. That kind of thing is purposely done from a position of power in order to, I don't know, discourage all the other people from catching on and being like, hey, like, why did all these people leave? Like, clearly there's something wrong. Like, what's going on? Like, I was painted in a unsavory light. Even the fact that I had used the services of a lawyer to look over my contract and help with separating from the company, like that fact was used against me as like, wow, like, can you guys believe this? She's so heartless. She talked to us through a lawyer. How dare she do something like that? The lawyer that they had us use while in the org was even licensed. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, their license was expired. That was one of the reasons why we were able to get out. Yeah, not licensed, that's not a lawyer. Like, dubiously a lawyer, allegedly a lawyer. I guess to add insult to injury, like I mentioned, like, I'm not the only person. Like, a lot of the talent weren't paid, and probably, like, still haven't been paid. Definitely still haven't been paid. Like, Kson, Michi, and stuff like that, like they mentioned. One of the sponsors that they failed to pay me for like over the course of 2 years while I was at the company was a sponsor that I did where I was swatted live on stream. And I've told this story before, but obviously I didn't mention the fact that I wasn't paid for it when I left. Yeah, the Cookie Run Kingdom one, yes. And I couldn't talk about that also because like legal reasons, to deal with an ongoing investigation into the doxing and the swatting situation that a lot of people were dealing with. Like, a lot of people were affected by this shit. It was fucking awful. It was very surreal, and it's like, it's like funny in hindsight to talk about it, because, you know, you gotta use humor to cope with dark stuff like that in any way you can. Like, at least that's my view of that kind of thing. But I have like this idea to make this sponsor really funny and goofy and wacky, and I'll make cookies live on cam, and like my face or anything wasn't showing, but like my arms and my hands were. Yeah, I did the bit where it looked like my arm fell off. Like, it started out all well and good, but then I was swatted in the middle of it due to advice from the investigators, who said like the best course of action would be to keep going with the stream, because like if you stop the stream after that happens, then the people who were swatting you, obviously they're gonna know that they were successful. So I had to keep going like for hours after the fact, after I just spoke with like law enforcement banging down my door with guns, and like it was fucking terrifying and so surreal. Like I had to keep up with the stream and like act cheery and make jokes in front of thousands of strangers, and like underneath that I can't even put into words to describe like how that felt. It was so fucked up. I remember like when I heard the police bang at my door, I came up with an excuse live like, oh, sorry you guys, I gotta go get some more frosting for the cookies, BRB. And I went to BRB for a very long time, and I came back and desperately was trying to like lock in and just not give off the fact that I was fucking terrified and fearing for my life. It was horrific. It was like I still to this day have nightmares relating to that, but it left lasting marks on me. And one of the only things that helped me to like kind of cope with it after the fact was thinking like, hey, at least I'm gonna be paid for all that. Like I'm traumatized, but at least I'm gonna get paid. And that was back when I was just starting out as a VTuber under VShojo too. Like it was all an overwhelming and very scary time to begin with, and like having so many eyes on me and having this like ongoing police investigation, and I was still in my dilapidated like gross apartment with mold on the walls, like in like a really shady area on the outskirts of Seattle. So I was doing what I could do to grind so I could get out of there. So that was like one of the like glimmers of hope. I was like, you know what? I went through all that, but at least I'll get paid. Wouldn't you know it? Like one of the many things that they had failed to pay me for over the course of literal years was that stream, the one that I got swatted during. It just like, it felt like a kick in like the deepest part of my gut. Words cannot even describe how angry I was. And they tried to say like the reason why they weren't able to make the payment is because they didn't have my payment information, which I knew for a fact was false because they had made a payment to me like a few weeks prior to when I was about to leave. I had legal grounds to sue them, but I decided to not pursue that at the time, like 2 years ago. Because I was just incredibly stressed during that entire ordeal. Like leaving, the resulting fallout from it, and entering a legal battle with them during all of that would just like... that would be way too much. Even like at the time, despite all the stress that I had and like all like the stress that they were causing my friends and like people close to me, like I respected them. I respected a lot of the staff, bro. Like I felt so bad for leaving. I felt so guilty. Like I still have like, I made like a note on my iPhone. It sounds so dumb, of like the pros and cons of leaving. I still have it. Pros and cons of leaving. Cons: I'll miss Panini and Gunrun. Like I'll make Mouse sad, and like the reaction to me leaving could suck and be stressful. I'll feel really fucking guilty about leaving. Probably no more concerts. Backpack stuff will be trickier. I wrote all that. If there's one thing Gunrun did right, it's the fucking backpack. I have a lot to say about that. That fucking backpack has caused so much strife. Setting up that shit is so fucking obnoxious, and oh god, every single IRL stream that me and Aethelov had to do with that fucking thing has driven us insane. It's fucking garbage. It gave me an aneurysm. All the tech issues involved with setting up that shit. Like there has to be a better way, bro. I'm sorry. Like this is the fucking backpack thing that's finally making me crash the fuck out. But the IRL streams were, oh god, they were so fun. But every single time, like there would be something funny or cool that would happen, you know? And I'd look over at the backpack and see that it was just like everything was down, and we had to like go through like several fucking different dashboards to fix all this shit. How do you feel about the karaoke stream now? Here's the thing, like it was fun. Like I had so much fun doing that, and even that was used against me after I left. Like to add insult to injury, like, oh, I can't believe she left even though she did a karaoke stream with the VShojo staff. Bro, babe, with the 5-year Risa. That is blowing my fucking mind. How has it been 5 years? No, you're not old, and we got 5 more years of epic and awesome times ahead of us. Finally free of all this, most of this bullshit, and we can just look forward to the future now. And hopefully, like none of this shit will come to pass again in the future. let's pray. Oh Jesus Christ, no more! I can't take much more. I'm too old for most of this shit. This kind of thing makes me think VTubing is too volatile a career path. I disagree. It's still possible for a company, like a VTuber company, to treat their talent well. Like if people want to be part of a company, I don't think that's a bad thing, but also I am the #1 proponent of just being independent and having someone that just gets you sponsors. Like Mythic is chill because when I approached them, there was no spiel about like, oh, we're gonna be a big family and blah, 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 blah. They were just like, so yeah, we're just gonna bring you sponsors and merch and shit. We'll take a cut of the sponsors and everything's all good. You know? Like it's cut and dry, no bullshit. Always look out for yourself and look out for like any red flags and never feel like, oh, I shouldn't like speak out about this or like speak up and try to like help myself because this like the company told me like, oh, like if you speak up about any of this, like you're gonna cause problems for other talent. Like you don't want to cause problems, do you? Like we're all depending on you. Like don't fall for that shit. And I'm not saying it's bad if you do, because I don't blame you if you do. I fell for that kind of shit too. Like they made me feel guilty as fuck when I left. They also told me like if you leave, like people are gonna be harassed because of you. Like the company is gonna suffer because of you. Like can you wait like several months to like space out the leaving so that it'll look better on us and look worse on you overall. And yeah, like Mouse said in her video, like much of the same stuff. Like insane to me that they tried that manipulative guilt-tripping bullshit with her. The fact that they did that to anybody, it's fucked up. Especially her, like taking advantage of a chronically ill person, much less like someone who is like the #1 supporter of the company and is like doing her best to help the company as a whole. Like they needed her. She didn't need VShojo. They needed her. Zen was apologizing to us for praising them over the years. She shouldn't apologize for anything. She didn't do anything wrong. But I get it. Like I wanted to apologize to people too. Like even like back when I left. I don't know. They have so much like burden. Like I really feel for them. Yeah, they were blindsided. Like they shouldn't blame themselves, but I get why they are feeling that way. I wish nothing but the best for like all the talent. They've all been fucked over and they've all like had to suffer through so much stress. I just want them to, I don't know, be able to have a weight lifted off of themselves at least like it's all out there in the open, but it still hurts, you know? Like Zen and Mouse are some of like the founding people of the company, and like spending that much time as part of a group like that and like having to leave in such a painful way and have it be so public is I can't really put it into words, but like, I wish them nothing but the best. Like I just want them to be okay, you know? And Haruka too, like she's such a sweet person, and it just hurts me so much to see that she had to go through all this stuff too. Like it's painful that it all had to happen this way, but in a way like I'm glad that it's all over now and like they can be free, you know? Like finally, like maybe they'll be treated well and get paid and not have to deal with all this like hidden stress in the like behind the scenes. It's fucked up and sad, don't get me wrong. Like I hate that any of this had to happen. Point is like heartbreaking to me that it had to get to the point where $500,000 was stolen from a fucking charity for this stuff to go public. Still feels so surreal to me that this is all just like out there now. I can't even believe, like I feel like this is a dream right now, like me talking about this shit, and I'm so sorry if I misspoke or said something that sounds insane. It's really hard to talk about heavy shit like this. It has been genuinely so surreal just like looking at my Twitter timeline and just seeing all this stuff. Like it's like heartbreaking and sad on one hand, like just seeing all the people that got fucked over by them, not just like talent and staff, but like all these like artists and people and like people who auditioned, and like don't even get me started on the auditions shit, because oh god, that's not my place, but you guys know. And of all the things that they've done, like that is genuinely the worst. Like the stealing from charity thing. Like I know I've talked a whole big deal about like, oh, woe is me, like all this shit that I've been through, stuff like that. And like I don't want to start like a whole like, oh, it's me, it's about me. And it wasn't just me, like it was everybody. There's so many people that went through probably like even worse than what I did. And like to steal from a charity that's so close to Mouse's heart is just unimaginably heartless. Yeah, it's I can't wrap my head around being that evil. True talent freedom is being indie. At this point, I'm not gonna trust any company that is just like, you know, insists upon itself, so to speak. Like if a company needs to go out of its way just to like their main selling point is to talk about how much better they are and like how nice they are, like that's whew. But yeah, sorry for being toxic and being a raging epic gamer today. I know like this is a heavy conversation. I never like talking about this kind of shit on stream because I'm always scared of like misspeaking or being misconstrued, especially dealing with something like this, like personal and something that is weighed on not just me, but like a ton of other people. This isn't just me, like let me reiterate, it's everybody. Like so many people were affected by this. Like for every story that I've told, like there's other people with like worse stories, like countless other stories, like things that they've had to keep to themselves. Like it's gonna be okay. Like I know it feels like fucked up and surreal, all this going down, but the main feeling is it's all gonna be okay. From here on out, we're just gonna chill and fart around, and we have nothing but good things to look forward to now. And so we just go see another day of epic gaming, epic chilling. Who knows what waits for us around the bend? We just gotta keep going to see it, or you're gonna miss out. There's a lot of cool stuff that could happen. You gotta stick around for it, bro. Just gotta keep on trucking. Thank you so much for all your support. And yes, as I said, please send everybody all the support that you can. Please send them lots of love. They need it right now, bro. I can't imagine how difficult it is for them to go through all this, and my heart goes out to all of them for real.